Nearly 3/4 of all podcast listeners now prefer a video version. That single stat is forcing a multi-billion-dollar shift in streaming, and Netflix proved it. The streaming service is in talks for exclusive video rights to The Breakfast Club and Smartless right after closing their deal with Spotify. Elsewhere, a new ad channel just launched, claiming a 22 times return on ad spend by tapping into real-world purchase data. And in the US, lawmakers are moving to make unsafe AI a potential criminal offence. Welcome to the Privacy-Led Marketing Show, your temperature check on the hottest marketing news and the biggest trends shaping the industry. One major streaming platform just made their biggest creator move yet, and if you missed it, it's worth a look. It might shift your perspective because this changes everything you see. Netflix has just announced a bold new shake-up, teaming up with Spotify to bring video podcasts to your TV screens. And this isn't a random crossover, it's essential because for the first time ever, YouTube now surpasses Netflix, HBO, and Disney Plus combined in total viewing time. And Netflix wants your attention back. So they're going after the one thing YouTube dominates, the creator economy. The company is now actively negotiating exclusive rights for video podcasts from major producers like iHeartMedia, just a month after signing a similar deal with Spotify. Both types of deals would give Netflix video exclusivity, meaning that once in effect, the full video episodes of select podcasts, including shows such as The Breakfast Club, The Jay Shetty Podcast, and Stuff You Should Know, would no longer be available on YouTube. Instead, these episodes would stream exclusively on Netflix, and in some cases for audio, remain on Spotify or other platforms. By partnering with Spotify, the world's biggest audio platform, Netflix is betting big on a new frontier: creators. Not Hollywood, not studios, YouTubers and podcasters. Shows from The Ringer and Bill Simmons are coming first, and the timing couldn't be more perfect, as 72% of podcast listeners now prefer video versions. In 2020, they made up 18% of all podcasts. By 2025, 36%. That's a 100% jump in 5 years. For years, studios treated creators as a novelty. Now they're a non-negotiable part of the strategy. Creators like Miss Rachel, Blippi and Mark Rober are already pulling bigger audiences than primetime TV. Netflix knows the next blockbuster isn't a superhero sequel, it's a podcast with cameras. For marketers, this shift is massive. Video podcasts open up space for display placements, brand movements and mid-conversation calls to actions that actually feel organic. And budgets, they're starting to overlap. What used to be separate audio, video, influencer and brand can now be one connected ecosystem. So here's the shift you need to make. Your podcast strategy needs to have a camera, and your video strategy needs to have a community. Next up, a new ad platform just entered the race, and it claims to see everything. Mastercard has launched a commerce media network, turning 500 million cardholders into an audience. It runs on permissioned purchase data from 25,000 stores, meaning it knows what users buy in person and online. The claim, a 22 times return on ad spend by connecting real shopping data to digital campaigns. Their new network works across Mastercard's own platforms and a lineup of third-party publishers like American Airlines, Microsoft, and Citibank. Retail media is already the fastest growing channel in marketing, worth $179 billion this year and climbing towards $220 billion by 2027. While platforms like Amazon and Walmart only see what happens in their own stores, credit card companies like Mastercard see everything, giving advertisers a complete view from ad impressions to checkout. But here is the multi-billion-dollar question for marketers. The entire 22 times ROAS claim hinges on one word: permissioned. And how do they prove that an ad someone saw on, say, Microsoft caused an in-store purchase a week later versus just matching a purchase that was going to happen anyway? If they can prove that link, every brand will want in. For marketers, it's a dream. Real attribution at last. For consumers, it's a question. Where's the line between personal and promotional? So Adelina, as CMO, we've talked a lot about consented data, and that's how that's becoming new currency. With this Mastercard story, we're seeing that they've got permission data, which means they've got the green light from customers. Do you see this as the natural evolution of privacy-led marketing?
Absolutely. I think data privacy was for a long time misunderstood, that people don't want to share data. They do want to share data with companies they trust. I assume they should be able to trust their card provider, right? Like if they trust it with their money, in most cases, they'll probably have a higher trust for using their data and for purchases and for receiving potential relevant advertising. So I think it's a very interesting move from Mastercard, and I'm very happy that they're showing the high ROI while using permission data based on people's purchases, and how a lot of people are interested to say, hey, I trust you with my data. I let you look into my transactions as long as you give me really good personalized ads. I think personalization was something always wanted by both sides, the marketers and the users and buyers, but it needs to be done right. So this looks like a very good example of that.
Do you think this will change the future of performance marketing?
I mean, the past and the future, we are just looking for the perfect execution of it. That's why I'm saying that personalization was always wanted, but done right, and not in a way that it's creepy or in a way that uses non-consented data. So I think Mastercard is a good example of providing value to their users with this. People opted in for this. They're using permission data or consented data, so it's a lot of good examples in here. You can see that the companies that have the data, obviously data was always the new oil, now consented data is the new oil, or the currency as I used to call it. And this is quite important. Like Mastercard has acquired Dynamic Yield, for example, a data personalization engine a few years back. And this is just the next iteration of that, right? Now they launched commerce media.
I think the key here is precision. Is this a test for CMOs and senior marketers? Can you balance out maintaining permission with precision for those ads?
Yes, that was always the holy grail, right? Like the more we know about someone, the more precise we can be. But it comes with a few flavors to it. So once again, do they allow you to do that? Do the users trust you and want that from you? Will they share the data and allow you to have those personalized ads? So it's a bit of a data strategy that you have to have here. Secondly is like you as a marketer have always been advertising on classic ad networks. This is basically a new opportunity for you now. You can now advertise on Mastercard Commerce Media, tapping into this, potentially like, in the beginning testing and so on, but there's nothing more Christmas gift for a marketer than a new advertising channel, especially one where, it's using good data practices and it's showing high ROI.
So 22 times higher ROAS, that's pretty high.
Yes, it's kind of unheard of, but I'm sure that a lot of marketers will do their own tests, right? Like a new media network will always showcase the best, and then depending on which industry you are, you'll have to test it and see how it goes for you.
So this platform's always looking backwards at past data. So how does it effectively predict what customers will do in the future?
That's an excellent question. And I think as marketers, we have different channels out there. On some channels, we know what they're currently searching for, their future intentions. On some channels, we know their interests and behaviors. And it looks like in this case with Mastercard Commerce Media, we know their past purchases. Now we need to kind of like extrapolate from this what could be of interest for them.
And then it's proving that correlation, right? Because it could just be a chance that you buy something in the future, but it might be that it's because of the ad they served you. So I guess it's proving there's a correlation between the two.
Yeah, and again, potentially Mastercard is using other sources of information as well. Also, I recommend to each marketer that they do their own tests, because it can work very differently, either based on your industry and what you're selling, but also on how you're interpreting the data in this network and how you are using it for your own advertising.
Really interesting. Thank you so much, Adelina.
Thank you.
Finally, a new bill has sent shockwaves through the US. The US Senate has proposed a new bill, the GUARD Act, that would ban AI chatbot companions for anyone under 18. Why? Because some of these bots built to be your friend have allegedly crossed the line, encouraging self-harm and sexual conversations with minors. This isn't just tech regulation, it's a wake-up call for the entire AI industry. The bill follows multiple lawsuits against OpenAI and Character AI accused of letting chatbots interact unsafely with teens. If passed, it would require strict age verification, constant AI disclosure saying I'm not human, and criminal penalties for companies whose bots break the rules. Now, if your AI companion crosses a line, it's a potential felony. It's incredible how quickly this space is maturing. 12 months ago, AI companions were the next big thing. Now they're under public scrutiny with lawmakers drafting criminal charges. This is bigger than just apps aimed at children. Any brand building a chatbot, recommendation engine, or personalized assistant needs to take note. So, to help us break down what this could mean for marketers and the wider AI industry, I'm bringing in our legal researcher, Bárbara. Bárbara, this bill doesn't just fine companies, it threatens jail time. How big a shift are we talking here?
Legally, this is a turning point. It's a first US proposal to apply criminal law to AI data misuse. Though the GARD Act is still a draft, its scope is clear. It would ban AI companion chatbots for anyone under 18, require companies to verify users' ages, and mandate that these systems regularly remind users they're not human and lack professional credentials. It also introduces criminal penalties for developers whose chatbots engage in conduct that would already be considered a crime if done by a human. For instance, requesting explicit content from minors or encouraging self-harm. We're also seeing this trend globally. From December 10, Australia will ban children under 16 from using social media. France announced plans for a national ban for those under 15. Denmark has proposed a similar measure, with the Danish PM warning that social media is stealing our children's childhood. In the beginning of 2025, the FTC expanded COPPA in the US to include biometric and voice data. Supporters say it's about protecting children from manipulation. Critics say it's overreach, raising tough questions about privacy, free speech, and how tech companies verify a user's age without collecting even more personal data. What is clear is that governments are now paying close attention to AI chatbots for minors and to the broader relationship between children and the internet. The move fast and break things era is over. We are in a new one. Move responsibly and prove it.
That's all for this edition of the Privacy-Led Marketing Show. If you learned something, like and subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.